Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's online match of Comedy Sports Cincinnati. Woo! We are so excited that you are spending part of your Monday with us for tonight's match. Now, please welcome to the screen tonight's referee. He's the very best, like no one ever was. It's Chance Revolution Kilgore. Woo!
Whoa! Hello, loyal fans, and welcome to your virtual home for comedy sports. Whether you are here for the first time or you are a veteran of our live matches, I want to now dub all of you our loyal fans. Just as in any sporting event, there is a ref. There are players, there are points, and of course there are fouls. And I don't mean like birds. I mean like things you shouldn't do in a sporting event. And I'm going to go over those fouls right now. So our first foul that I'd like to talk about is a very important one. Our first foul is called the brown bag foul. And the brown bag foul is called when any player says something lewd, crude, lascivious, sexist, racist, offensive, or something that I just find icky. I will toot my whistle, and I will call the brown bag foul, and the offending player will have to wear a brown bag on their head for the duration of the game that they're playing. Now, don't think that you're exempt from this, loyal fans, because if you say something lewd, crude, sexist, lascivious, racist, or just downright offensive in the chat, you will be banned from chatting. And hey, we might just boot you right on out of here. The second foul that I would like to talk about right now is the groaner foul. And the groaner foul is called when any player says something lame, punny, dad jokey, something that's just going to make your IQ drop by a few points. You know what? It's really hard to explain, and I bet there's a way to display it for you. So, hey, Announcer Mary?
Yes, Ref Chance.
Do you have an example of a groaner foul for me?
I do. What do you call a pig that does karate?
What do you call a pig that does karate? I don't know. What do you call it?
Pork chop.
You feel that? Do you feel that terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach that you were like, ooh, that's too punny for me? Well, it was too punny for me too. And here is the deal. If I feel that feeling, I again will toot my whistle, and the offending player will lose 1 point for their team for this match. And that is not something that they want, because we're playing to win here. Now, finally, the last foul is a bonus foul for the information age. That is called the technical knockout foul. Now, the technical knockout foul is called when any player forgets to turn on their screen, forgets to unmute, just does something like, that is a technical faux pas. I'm going to call the technical knockout foul, and they will have to sit out for whatever game they're playing. If it happens twice, we might just switch them with a player from our extensive bench that is happening like right now. So having said all that, I've prattled on long enough. Let's send it back to Announcer Mary so that she can introduce this match's players.
All right, first up, it's the Northern Kentucky Grass in Blue. She's still not sure if she logged in to the right Zoom meeting. It's Cassie. Don't give me no lib. She's as cool as a scoop of Grader's ice cream. It's Molly. Let me ask McCushin. And your blue team captain. He found enlightenment in the fluorescent bulb section at Menards. It's Eric. Ha 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 ha. Now, ladies and gentlemen, show some love for the Cincinnati Big Machine in Red. She won most likely to catnap her senior year. Well, it's Amanda. She works hard for the money hand. She thinks sleeping on trains is the best sleep ever. It's Dottie with Bread and Johnson. And your captain for the red team. She's the neighbor who won't stay off your lawn. It's Go with the Flow Folk. Now, please welcome back to the screen, Ref Chance. Woo!
All right, those players look cool, but look, you didn't come here to listen to some stripy man talk. You came here to watch some comedy sports. So, let's stop talking and bring both captains to the field. Or screen, or whatever. All right, cool. Captain Flo, you're muted. There you go. Captain Flo, Captain Eric, captains shake. That was, wow, you made it work. It was like in the same room. I can't even believe it. No, captains, usually what we would do is a coin toss here at this part of the match, but unfortunately, in a crazy turn of events, I only have coins with 2 heads. So instead of doing that, what I think we're going to do is go and find an item in your apartment that you think would be the good basis for a superhero and explain why. You have 3 seconds. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 2.5, 2 3/4. There we go. They're back. I knew it. They came back at the same time, but I think I'm going to give this one to Flo. Flo, what item did you bring?
I brought some TNT.
How is that going to make a good superhero, Flo?
Because superheroes are going to need to clear a path so that they can get to where they need to be, and TNT will do that.
Sounds pretty dangerous if you're a superhero in the city, but I'll take it. Captain Eric, what do you got for me?
I brought you the Pencil of Power.
And why is this a superhero item?
Well, it's actually unique to the superhero known as the Note Leaver, who relentlessly nags his enemies with just little reminders on Post-it notes wherever they go until they finally break down and surrender.
You might not know this about me, but I do not like aggressive superheroes, and I like passive-aggressive superheroes even less. That means I'm giving it to Flo. Flo, you have won this week's coin toss, and for that, I am going to give you the option. Do you want to play the game of Pass the Mic?
Absolutely. Yes, pass the mic.
Fantastic. Captain Eric, do you agree?
You bet I do.
You have no choice. All right, you go get your team ready, and I will explain the game of Pass the Mic. So, for the game of Pass the Mic, first and foremost, we're going to need a whole bunch of suggestions of 1-syllable names. So start leaving those in the chat, whichever direction that is. I can't tell if I'm mirrored or not, but leave that in the chat and while I explain the game. While you're doing that, we will be forming a rap line, and it'll be their job to rhyme the names that you give. If a player repeats a rhyme or doesn't rhyme or hesitates, they will be eliminated, and the team with the last player on the field gets 5 huge points for this round. I'm very fortunate today to be joined by the greatest field ref that I have seen today, and that is Agus Sanchez. As field ref of tonight's match, Field Ref Agus, will you give us our first suggestion?
Sure. From Kimi, we have Stan.
Stan? Stan.
Yeah.
So Stan is our word. Let's get our players to the rap line. Beautiful. You guys look so cool. All right. Players, and your game of Pass the Mic. Are you ready? All right, let's begin. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I had a friend, his name was Stan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He was real good at throwing his garbage away in a garbage can. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He loved to play and he loved to plan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He drove around town in an unmarked van. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He really liked to stick it to the man. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, he was a little pale. He was a little wan. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm sorry, Dottie. I don't know what wan is, and even if it is a word, it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to call you out of there. All right. So that's our first elimination. Hey, Field Ref Agus, do you have a new 1-syllable name for us?
Sure, Chance. We have from Lisa, we have cat.
Cat, an animal and a name. Beautiful. Hey, we are going to start with Eric this time. So here we go. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Got a real good friend whose pet is a cat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Careful not to fall into that vat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
On your back, I'll give you a pat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Look at me, I'm limber on my yoga mat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
It flies at dark. It is a bat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Zibbity zap, skibbity zibbity doda zibbity then a scat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I need 30 cc's of saline. Stat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Careful on the boardwalk. Don't trip on the slat. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I need some latte. Pass the mic.
Amanda, I don't know what you did there. What it seems like was falling apart. So
Latte, latte.
I need you to get out right now, please.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Fantastic. Uh-oh. Looks like Flo's got to hold the line for her team. And as a result, let's start with Flo. Here we go. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I didn't get a name, so I'll make one up. Pass the mic.
Oh, yeah, right.
Pass the mic.
Got 8 ounces of water in a cup. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Well, it's a surefire way to speed things up. Well, all it does is slow me down.
Molly, while that was beautiful, that was really fantastic, Molly, but I need you, that's not a rhyme, that's just art. So get out of here. And also you broke Kirk, so. All right. Hey, Field Ref a Goose. I forgot to get a suggestion from you last time, so let's give a bonus point to the red team for Flo just rolling with that. And also, give us a new name.
Let's go with Ken.
Ken?
Yes.
Ken. Ken is our name. We are going to start with Cassie. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Barbie's boyfriend, his name is Ken. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
You really always wanted to be a Ben. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I rhymed before and I'll rhyme again. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Careful, don't fall in a pig pen. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Look, it's Cub Scouts. They're in a den. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I fondly recall her now and then. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm sorry, Eric. I happen to know that you are happily married and you don't have to fondly recall her. She's right there next to you, buddy. You are out of here. All right. Beautiful. So that leaves 2 players here to do our final name, which will be what, Field Ref Agus?
For this last round, we're gonna do Kirk.
Kirk, who got a bad case of the giggles just recently. So here we go. We will start with Flo. Kirk is our name. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He's my friend and his name is Kirk. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh yeah, when I slightly smile, it's a smirk. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Well, then you look just like a jerk. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hey there. Hey, no need to be rude. You get out of here. For that, you're getting out. And I gave you a bonus point. That makes the blue team the winners of this match, or this round. Fantastic. So that's 5. That's 5 big points for the blue team, 1 big point for the red team. And what does that bring our score to? Announcer Mary.
Well, as you said, Northern Kentucky Grass has 5. Cincinnati Big Machine has 1. Back to you, Ref Chance.
Oh, that is back to me, isn't it? Well, I have to say, that was a really fast-paced, awesome game. But now I'd like to see the rude Captain Flo. Captain Flo, come on up here.
Sorry,
It's okay. I forgive you.
Hey, Flo.
sorry, Cassie.
I can't stay mad at that face.
Okay.
All right, Captain Flo. So you kind of lost.
We're the comeback kids.
I can't wait for you to be the comeback kids. And how are you going to go about that? What game do you want to play?
We would love to play three corners.
3 corners? Well, absolutely. How about you go get your team ready while I explain how the game of 3 corners works. So first and foremost, I'm gonna need some suggestions for this game. So let's do like a fun gift you might get at a wedding, or your least favorite animal, or a job that you think a hedgehog might have. And while you're doing that, I'm going to explain how the game works. So we are going to see 3 different scenes. We will get 3 different suggestions for those scenes, and we will rotate as we go around. So how about let's start. It's probably just better that we show you. So let's just start it up. Let's get our 3 players on the screen. Beautiful. And who will we be starting with for this scene? Amanda and Dottie. All right. So Amanda and Dottie. Hey, Agus, what is a suggestion for Amanda and Dottie? You're muted, Bubby. Hey.
I got it. Sorry about that.
No
From Lisa,
worries.
we have a toaster oven.
Toaster oven. Toaster oven. All right. And then we are going to rotate, and who will we see? Flo and Amanda. Let's get a suggestion for Flo and Amanda.
From Margie Han, we have a pin cushion.
Pin cushion. And then let's rotate one more time, which means Flo and Dottie. What's the suggestion for Flo and Dottie, Agus?
And then for the last one, we have a blender.
Blender? Okay,
Yes.
blender. So one more time, the first scene we're going to see has the suggestion of?
Toaster oven.
Fantastic. The second scene we're going to see has the suggestion of?
Pin cushion.
And the third scene we're going to see has the suggestion of?
Blender.
Blender is correct. All right. Players, and your game of 3 corners. Are you ready? Well, then let's see it. Begin.
Jamie, I'm really sorry about the smoke on your ceiling.
Oh, Brenda, you know, I'm going to end up having to pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah,
Thinking.
I was trying to make the cookies that were gonna win the bake-off.
You think you're going to beat me in a bake-off? I am insulted and my ceiling is ruined. Oh, man.
Rotate.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. These pin cushion holders, they truly look like tomatoes. I almost bit into it.
It's a realism in sewing, Brenda. It's that new trend that you and I are going to take to the next Shark Tank.
Oh, I like the way you think. I know. Let's turn it into an NFT, and then we'll get really rich.
Oh, yeah, a newfound target. Yeah, that's it. Let's
Rotate.
do it. I know that I broke the blender that you got for your wedding gift, and I'm really sorry that I tried to put a whole pound of ice in it once, Lucille.
Jenny, that blender was like the sign of the strength of our marriage.
Oh, well, I got you a new one, and here you go. And maybe that means we could renew our vows. What do you think?
Jenny, it's plastic. Are you talking about plastic vows?
Rotate.
Okay. You won again, and I lost, and you still have a ceiling.
Yeah, and you don't. How's it feel? Not very good, huh?
Well, I didn't think it was fair to repossess my house just because I lost the cookie bake-off. That was really unfair
Well-
negotiations.
I'm sorry, but I think that the only way I might be able to win is if you have no access to an oven. A lady's got to do what a lady's got to do to win.
You're scared of me, aren't you?
Rotate.
Oh, gee, Brenda, Kevin O'Leary is just like,
For me.
and I never could have made it through that episode without you.
I'm totally embarrassed that we got shot down like that on national TV. But I'm so closer to you, my life.
I know, it's almost like that time that we went to prom and we thought it was like a masquerade and we dressed as cats.
Rotate.
Who would have thought that the dishwasher would melt the blender, Lucille? I mean, yeah. I'm not sure what this says about our relationship.
I think it's time to move on. I think plastic melting is a sign of our inequality together, and I want to move out.
Rotate. Why? Yikes.
Oh my. I had a dream last night. I had a dream that we were friends and that we combined a recipe and we both won next year's competition. Am I crazy?
I had the same dream, and not only did we combine recipes and we won, but we won the International Bake Off of the Year.
No way! You mean we were in Paris, France?
Rotate.
I'm happy to see you again.
Well, I can't believe that the Shark Tank episode hit it in the top 2 of the ever broadcast. I mean,
They love us. They really love us. I think we need to start sewing more pincushions.
And that's time.
So weird.
Just because it tickles me, give the red team a point for getting realism back in sewing, because all that avant-garde impressionist sewing is really bugging me. Having said that, let's get Captain Eric to the field or the screen or wherever he is. Hey, Captain Eric, how you doing?
All right, Ref Chance, how are you?
Oh, living somebody's dream. So, hey, Captain Eric, you just saw a really awesome game, and I'm going to let you decide what game you want to play in rebuttal to that.
Well, I mean, the only thing that we could probably follow that up with is a game of good, bad, worst advice.
Good, bad, worst advice? Absolutely, my friend. You go get your team ready. I'm going to explain how it works. Fantastic. So for the game of good, bad, worst advice, we are going to need some suggestions from you again in the chat box. But those suggestions are going to be like questions. You're going to ask questions about advice in life that you need answered. So start typing those while I explain how the game works. So this game works. You guys are so lucky that you're typing those questions in the chat box because we have some experts in how to live. And one of them is going to give you good advice. One of them is going to give bad advice. And one of them is going to give the worst advice you've ever heard. Having said that, let's get our 3 advice answers on the screen. Let's see it. Fantastic. So, we are going to start off with good advice, girl. I'd imagine you're giving good advice. So, introduce yourself for us.
Hey, what's up? Good Advice Nation. It's me, Good Advice Gal 001. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe on Patreon and check my website for some new merch.
Thank you, at Good Advice Girl Gal 001. Now, could you raise your hand as to who's the bad advice here? Ah, yes, of course. Rod Amalgam.
It's Rod Amalgam. Rod Amalgam. I'm a professional weasel feeder. And I'll be giving out bad advice today, as is my way.
Thank you, Rod. And thank you for the name of 2 metals fusing. And finally, giving worst advice over here, we have Wednesday Adams. Wednesday?
Yes, that would be me.
Spoken like a true champ. So, hey, let's get this started. Phil Greffagoose, do you have an advice question from our fans?
Yes, from Lisa, we have how to get the neighbor's dog to quit barking.
Okay. So, at Good Advice Gal 001, do you have advice on that?
Oh, yes, I do. This video is sponsored by my HOA. Get your own homeowners association so that you can get them on this dog problem, because this is definitely an issue for your HOA. And you can use my discount code at Good Advice Gal 00190 for 90% off the fees involved.
Very cool. Thank you, Good Advice Gal 001. Let's do Rod Amalgam.
Yeah, well, it's interesting this comes up, you see, because, a lot of people discount the value of a properly fed weasel. But I've got to say that if you've got a dog next door that's barking, what you want to do is you want to get yourself a weasel, right? You want to get yourself a weasel, and you want to make sure that weasel's fed. And then what you want to do is you want to release that weasel into the neighbor's yard. And it's not going to fight with the dog, because it's already full, because the act of a professional weasel feeder, perhaps one of the most crucial occupations in our emerging world today. But the weasel will distract the dog long enough to keep it quiet so you can get, 40 winks.
Fantastic. And
feed your weasels, people, or hire someone.
Thanks, Rod. Wednesday?
Well, there's only one way I can think of to get rid of a dog barking.
That really was the worst advice that you could have given. All right. Hey, Field Refagoose, I don't want to think about that. Do you have another question for us?
I'm afraid to say this one when the worst advice comes, but a bunch of chimps invaded a Costco. What do I do?
What to do when a bunch of chimps invade a Costco? Good Advice Gal 001?
Oh, well, the answer is easy. You gotta get a subscription to HelloFresh. Okay? Use my code. Good Advice Gal 00190 at checkout to get yourself 8 free meals so that you do not have to go to that Costco.
Thanks, Good Advice Gal. Rod?
It's sort of eerie that this subject came up because a lot of people don't realize that weasels and chimpanzees are natural enemies. by my calculations, once the chips enter that Costco, you got about 20 minutes before they start getting into the pizza. And since that's such a loss leader for Costco, brings the people in, what you want to do is get two well-fed weasels, right? And you just let them go. And nature finds a way.
Vague and disturbing. Thank you, Rod. And Wednesday?
Monkeys taking over Costco presents an excellent opportunity. Distract the employees so that you can get an industrial-sized pallet of embalming fluid.
Field Ref Goose was right. I was disturbed by that. And speaking of Field Ref Goose, do you have another question for us?
Sure, from Molly Sexton, we have, how do I decide if I should start drinking oat milk or almond milk?
Oh, good question. Molly wants to know how to decide between oat milk and almond milk. Good advice, gal 001.
I was listening to this great audiobook on audible.com. And it told me how to make my own oat milk. And it's so easy. You just put oats in a blender with some water. So use my code. Good advice, gal 001 25 for 25% off your Audible subscription.
Very good. Very good. All right. Rod.
I'm trying to be polite here, but I'm a bit outraged. All right. Everybody knows that almond milk is toxic to weasels. And a world that's dangerous to weasels is not a world in which I want to live. So oat milk.
Why I was surprised by that answer. Wednesday Adams?
Well, everyone knows almond milk is the worst option for the environment. Bee populations everywhere, dying. Farmers don't know what to do. I suggest drink as much almond milk as you can. Bring on our impending doom faster.
And that's time! Fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the unenviable task of deciding who you liked better in that round. So, if you liked the red team, type red in the chat. If you liked the blue team, type blue in the chat. And we are going to see what's going on in the rest of the league.
Actually, no, we're not. We're going to hear from Kirk, the manager of Comedy Sports Cincinnati.
Cool.
Hey, folks, just so you know, the announcement was made last week, and we wanted to share it with all of you folks here as well. As part of Cincinnati Landmark Productions Summer Camp Series this summer, Comedy Sports Cincinnati will be teaching 4 one-week improv camps starting the week of July 12th. The camps will be divided into 2 age groups, ages 8 to 10 and ages 11 to 14. And every camp week will end with a student performance showcase exclusively for friends and family. If you want more information or to sign up, you can check with us on Facebook or visit madcapeducationcenter.com. Thanks so much. Back to you, Ref Chance.
Fantastic. Well, isn't that just great? I'm interested. Well, that's it for voting. So, Announcer Mary, who won that round and what does that bring our score to?
Well, we had lots of votes. It was wonderful to count them. However, the blue team got the most, so that makes they have 10 points. Northern Kentucky Brass with 10. Cincinnati Big Machine has 2, but they still can make it a win.
Holy moly. Well, and that's going to bring us to our Ref Challenge round. And our Ref Challenge round, for this Ref Challenge round, I am going to pick the game of Right Hat Randy. For the game of Right Hand Randy, we are going to need a whole bunch of suggestions. So start typing into the chat names of singers or bands, playwrights, authors, actors, directors, that kind of thing. And I will explain how the game works. The players are going to take the suggestions as categories. They will then, one at a time, give you some things that fit into those categories. If any player repeats something that's already been said, hesitates, or gives us something that doesn't fit into the category, or just fails to make any sense at all, they will lose their hat and they will be eliminated. The team with the last player standing on the field will get 5 big points for this round. A goose! Roll that beautiful bean footage and give us our first category.
From Lisa, we have Stephen King.
Stephen King. Ooh, fun. So let's get our players on the screen. Our first category is Stephen King. And it looks like, Eric, we're going to start with you. Players in your game of Right Hat Randy, are you ready? Begin.
The Night Shift.
The Stand.
It.
Ujo.
Carrie.
The Langoliers.
Maximum Overdrive.
Insomnia.
The Tommy Knockers.
I'm in this similar position of like, I don't know if it's real, but it does make me uncomfortable. So we're going to just call you out of there. Sorry, Molly. Chance is a fickle ref. All right. So, hey, Field Ref A Goose, do you have a new category for us?
Sure, from Molly Sexton, we have Prince.
Prince. Ooh. And I'm going to say Prince the musician, not a Disney prince. I don't know. Anyway, let's start with Amanda and begin.
Let's go crazy.
Under the Cherry Moon.
Little Red Corvette.
Purple Rain.
Merry-go-round.
When doves cry.
Darling Nikki.
Ooh.
When Doves Cry All Night.
I'm sorry, Flo. I don't know a lot about Prince, but I'm pretty sure that there was no sequel to When Doves Cry. You are out of here. Oh, this is fun. Tommy Knockers. Well, I'm still uncomfortable with it. I didn't say it didn't exist. I just said I'm uncomfortable. All right. I don't owe Molly. Okay, you know what? I do owe Molly an apology. She can have a bonus point.
Yay.
1 bonus point for the blue team. All right, cool. So, hey, Field Ref A Goose, do you have a suggestion for us?
Sure, from Kimmy, we have Rod and Todd Flanders.
Rod and Todd Flanders. I want you guys to list facts about Rod and Todd Flanders. We're going to start with Dottie. Go.
Well, Rod and Todd Flanders invented flannel underwear.
Rod.
I'm sorry, Dottie. Rod and Todd Flanders did not invent flannel underwear. They are the son of Ned Flanders in the popular sitcom The Simpsons. You are out of there. You know what? Let's get a new suggestion, Agus.
Sure, from Tony Tovar, we have Sesame Street.
Tony Tovar says Sesame Street. Let's do characters in Sesame Street, starting with Amanda.
Big Bird.
Ernie.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster 2, The Reckoning.
I wish there was a Cookie Monster 2, The Reckoning, but unfortunately there is not. You are out of here, Eric, which leaves just 2 more players. So this is the very final round of Right Hat Randy. Agus, give us our final category.
Sure, from Lisa Kipke, we have Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Okay, I'm an expert in this, so you can't fool me here. Jim Carrey, we're gonna start with you, Cassie. Begin.
Are we going Jim Carrey movies?
Jim Carrey movies.
Truman Show.
Dumb and Dumber.
The Mask.
Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective.
The Grinch that was really bad.
I'm sorry, Cassie. I really enjoy The Grinch, so I'm gonna call it here. You shouldn't have added your opinion. That means that the red team gets 5 big points for this round, bringing our score to what, Announcer Mary?
Things are going slow. Technology. It's a Monday. Okay, but I can tell you, because I'm almost there. I almost got it. The score is great. The red team now has 7. The blue team has 11. The game is getting closer. It's back to you, Ref Chance.
Okay, I just wanted to say that I gave her that bonus point so that the score could be 7-11, like my favorite place to hang out and smoke. Anyway, here we are at our final game. So that's super fun. This is going to be the game of SmackDown. What I'm going to need for you guys, that brings us to our final round. So let's get all the players on the screen for our game of SmackDown. For this, I'm going to need suggestions, and we will need a whole bunch of nouns, just nouns, occupations, animals, celebrities. Like if it's a thing, you can type it into the chat. If it is not a thing, don't type it into the chat. Also, mind our brown bag, pal. So like, you know, things you find in your fridge. I've talked about that enough, okay? Any noun. So let's start typing those. Once we have some, we're going to let these players tell us who would win in a fight between the two of them. For every good one they get, the team will get 1 point. Field Ref Agus. Let's go. Let's talk about nouns. Give me the first 2 nouns.
Sure, we have Tupperware
Tupperware.
and lobster.
Lobster. Fantastic. I saw a fight between Tupperware and lobster. I saw Eric first.
I saw a fight between Tupperware and a lobster.
Who won?
The lobster. It was pretty obvious from the outset. Tupperware's fate was sealed.
1 point. Dottie.
I saw a fight between Tupperware and a lobster.
Who won?
The Tupperware, he burped that lobster right back into the ocean.
Let's do Cassie.
I saw a fight between Tupperware and a lobster.
Who won?
The lobster, David Foster Wallace, really got to the Tupperware and just made him concede the fight.
Flo.
I saw a fight between Tupperware and a lobster.
Who won?
The lobster, he won in a pinch.
2 points. Let's do Molly.
I saw a fight between Tupperware and a lobster.
Who won?
The lobster, because the Tupperware, he just couldn't contain himself.
Nah. All right, Amanda, you're on the hot spot while we get 2 new suggestions. Field Ref Agus, what are those 2 new suggestions?
Sure, we have a protein shake and Aretha Franklin.
Protein shake and Aretha Franklin. This will be great. Amanda, it's all you.
I saw a fight between a protein shake and Aretha Franklin.
Who won?
The protein shake, because Aretha Franklin had no access to food and she was hungry. Something like that.
Okay, all right. You got 2 points for that because you were on the spot. All right, we'll do Cassie.
I saw a fight between a protein shake and Aretha Franklin.
Who won?
Aretha Franklin, she drank the protein shake and then she just told everybody she knew about this new protein diet that she was on, and she just wouldn't shut up about it, and everyone was really annoyed.
Okay. Let's do Dottie.
I saw a fight between a protein shake and Aretha Franklin.
Who won?
The protein shake. It was way better in the morning.
Okay. Eric.
I saw a fight between Aretha Franklin and a protein shake.
Who won?
Let me think.
Okay, all right. Well, that's worth 2 points. That's worth 2 points. Okay, it took me a second. All right, let's get 2 new suggestions. Agus?
All right, let's go with the cast of Full House and a plunger.
The cast of Full House and a plunger. Let's begin. We'll do Eric.
I saw a fight between the cast of Full House and a plunger.
Who won?
The fight was canceled.
That's a point for you. Amo.
I saw a fight between a plunger and the cast of Full House.
Who won?
The plunger, because it's not the cast of Full House.
Okay, I'll take it. Flo?
I saw a fight between the cast of Full House and a plunger.
Who won?
The plunger, because a flush beats a full house every time.
Oh, 2 points! Woo! That one was good.
Yes.
All right, I love that. Let's do Cassie.
I saw a fight between the cast of Full House and a plunger.
Who won?
The plunger, it actually had better television ratings.
And that's time. All right. So we're going to give Mary a second to tabulate that. And while she is tallying up that final score, we wanted to thank you all for joining us here tonight for our online match. We've had a really great time, and we hope you have too. You can follow Comedy Sports Cincinnati and our producers, OTR Improv, on Facebook and Instagram to make sure you know about all of our upcoming projects, including when we will be resuming live shows and matches. I can't wait for that, and I know you can't either. We are so excited to have you here at tonight's match, and a special thanks to those who helped out with buying tickets when registering. If you would like to help us cover ongoing expenses, we're not going to fight you on it. So just leave a tip for us at Comedy Sports, or for Comedy Sports and our producers, OTR Improv. You can do that via PayPal, online, or on the app. Or our handle is hello@otrimprov.com. You can click the link in the chat. Hey, I've talked a lot, and now it's time for Mary to tell us what that final score is. Mary, are you ready?
I am. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Going into the final round, the score was 7 for the red team and 11 for the blue team.
Mm-hmm.
And after tallying that final round with a score of 16-19, our winners tonight are the blue team.
Beautiful.
Let's hear it for tonight's Comedy Sports players. We need to say goodnight to Amanda Moneyhan, Dottie Johnson, and Captain Flowful. But we say congratulations to Cassie Lip, Mala McCushin, and Captain Eric Hahn. Your referee tonight has been Chance Kilgore. August Sanchez was your field ref, and Kurt Kievert was in the control room. And we also want to share a special thanks with Phineas Clark for his assistance. I'm your announcer, Mary Pitts. As part of Cincinnati Landmark Productions Summer Camp Series, Comedy Sports Cincinnati will be teaching 4 one-hour improv camps starting the week of July 12th. Camps will be divided into 2 age groups, 8 to 10 and 11 to 14. And every week will end with a student performance showcase exclusively for friends and family. For more information or to sign up, please visit madcapeducation.com, madcapeducationcenter.com. And Comedy Sports Cincinnati will be producing live online matches on Monday nights for the foreseeable future. Just search for Comedy Sports Cincinnati on Facebook to join us. That's Comedy Sports with a Z, to see us. And we really would love to have you join us on a Monday night. We'd also love to put together a special online offering for your family or friends. Just let us know how we can help. Thank you, and good night.